The following is a special presentation of Tony Curry Radio.
All right, so big news here in Birmingham about the amphitheater. It's going to be 9,300 seats. It looks like it's a go. $50 million. They got $30 million earmarked. Live Nation, our good friends from Live Nation, Jay Wilson, those guys are going to be part of the big experience. Of course, it'll be Live Nation.
Where's it going? Downtown?
Downtown, just north of Protective Stadium. The rendition of it is beautiful. I mean, it looks fantastic. And a lot of people would say, why do we need another amphitheater? We have Oak Mountain, which is going to be closing. It looks like it may stay open for another year because it's not going to be ready till 2025.
Because we've created downtown.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa's got an amphitheater.
I know, everybody's got it. Huntsville's got an amphitheater.
But they're just far enough apart. And 9,300 is a nice number. We should be able to get any act we want. And I'm not talking about the Rolling Stones. I'm not talking about 30, 40, 50,000 arena things.
What is BJCC?
BJCC holds 14, 15,000.
Okay.
And I know it's been redone as well, but for an outdoor venue experience, I mean, it's super cool, and a lot of bands like that. So it looks like that's going to happen. So Adam Lambert, who is now singing for Freddie Mercury, has teamed up with Brian May. They've done a ton of shows already together. They're going on, and it's going to be their most ambitious tour ever. They say it's going to be bigger than a Queen tour. It's going to be unbelievable. Adam Lambert can knock it out, too. He's fantastic. He's a hell of a singer. George Michael used to be able to sing Queen better than Freddie. Well, not better than Freddie, but no one can sing as
By the
good
way,
as
it's
Freddie.
raining on us.
Okay, there you go. So super cool. So they're trying to figure out a way to keep the ticket prices low. By the way, the average ticket price, you know what the average ticket price is right now for all concerts? I'm not talking just Taylor Swift. I'm talking all concerts. Average ticket price for 2023 right now for all shows.
Taking into account, not resale, right?
Resale, yes. Resale.
Oh my God, if it's resale,
You're talking every show. Loverboy, you're talking about.
What, $300?
$253.
Yeah.
$253
for resale, yeah.
So you're dropping $500 to go see, on average.
I know.
You want to go see 38 Special.
I know.
Or Journey.
I'm going to two
on
concerts.
average, you're dropping $500. And of course,
it's insane.
It is. It's incredible.
But then the other problem is, maybe you can explain this to me. I still don't understand this. So I'm going to a concert. When they announced the concert, I went to Ticketmaster, right?
Yeah.
And I paid my $150 each for tickets.
And it cost you $225 a piece.
No. I paid $150 each.
Yeah.
And they're not for great seats. They're not for terrible seats.
Yeah.
But the concert, because you've talked about this, concert did not end up selling out. So now, the seat that I paid $150 for, the person sitting next to me just paid $56
Well,
for.
it's the Expedia of concerts.
Right.
If you're stupid enough to pay $150 for a seat and the guy next to you got for $56, you either didn't wait long enough.
I didn't wait long enough.
Or you didn't.
Well, because they were going up, 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 up.
Yeah, James Taylor was a little like that. When you look through Ticketmaster or StubHub or whatever Avid Seats, whatever.
But this wasn't.
You could see like $49 tickets is what they were going for. And then they went all the way up to $3,000 for first or second row. But there were also seats up in the third deck that were going for $17, $18. It depends on where you want to sit and how close you want to be. So they're working with Ticketmaster. Now, I've tried to figure out how this worked. It actually worked. I went to an AC/DC concert in Atlanta about 10, 11 years ago. And I was willing to spend $200, $300 a ticket because I don't go to a lot of concerts. That's the problem is we used to go to 6, 7 concerts a year, and now we can only afford to go to 1 or 2. And we spend all our money on that one show, and we blow the doors out. And so I remember getting my tickets, and I couldn't buy tickets up front. I had to sit all the way in the back. I got them for whatever they were going for sale. I think they were $59.
Why couldn't you sit up front?
Because people that bought tickets up front, there was something where you buy the ticket and you can't resell them.
Okay.
It's some type of barcode or something through your phone.
Okay.
And so you get your phone. They're non-transferable.
How did they get them?
When you buy the tickets. Now, you can take the tickets, and it's tied to your name and your credit card. Mm-hmm. So when you show up, it has to be on your phone, your credit card. So in other words, you can buy the tickets for someone else and gift them, I guess, but you can't resell those tickets. And so that's what they're trying to do with Queen. Sounds like a brilliant idea. That way ticket prices are low, right? My problem is this. If tickets can't be resold and you want great seats, you're never going to get them because you're going to.
That's what I don't understand. So who's getting them?
Well, it used to be a lot of people used to buy like 15, 16. Remember, you used to only be able to buy 8 tickets?
Right.
Now you used to have people buy like as many tickets they possibly could just for resale value, or people would buy tickets knowing they weren't going to go and put them up on StubHub or whatever for resale value just to make money on them.
Okay.
Now they're saying, now you can't do that. You buy the ticket, you're going to the show, or else you're eating the price.
So does that mean then for this concert that there should be more available tickets?
I would think it would be just the opposite, and that was my point. Because first of all, you're going to have more people that love Queen and Adam Lambert that get in, which is good.
Okay.
But then you're also going to run out of tickets a lot quicker, and if you want to go to the show, you won't be able to go.
I see.
Because there's nowhere to buy tickets. If you don't get part of that original allotment of tickets and it sells out, and you say, I got $5,000, I want to sit front row at Queen, you won't be able to do it.
Okay, but the original allotment, and I'm going to ask you this, and I don't know if you know the answer. So if they do this,
yeah.
there's all the seats, and there's a fixed number of seats.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone have an equal chance to get any seat?
I don't.
To me, that's the question, because like you said, there's.
It's probably like it was back in the old days when we sat outside the Magic Bladder on a Friday morning trying to get tickets.
It's a queue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's, oh my God, they're gonna,
My point is when I go to concerts, I want good seats.
Right.
Now, there are several shows where I used to sit up in the lawn, and I didn't really care, and I just wanted to be part of it, but I like to be enveloped. I like to be encompassed by the music.
That's why you're going.
I mentioned I went to see the Doobie Brothers. I've seen them 35 times, and I sat in the third row. It was one of the best shows I ever saw because I was right there. I could feel their spit, and I could get their guitar picks. It was great.
So I still don't understand. So they're going to try to prevent resale.
Yeah.
Great. So what does that mean? I still don't understand why that's not a good idea.
Well,
other than from a capitalistic standpoint.
It's gonna keep the ticket prices low, which is great. What I'm saying is, if you are one of those people that doesn't mind spending a lot of money for concert tickets, you're not gonna be able to do that.
Because it's just X number of tickets.
Exactly. So say what would be a concert you would love to see?
Eagles. In fact, I thought about going in.
The Eagles go on sale, and you're not one of those people that stood in line to get tickets. And if you did, maybe you're sitting up in the third tier.
I already went to look.
Okay.
I already went to look for resale.
Okay.
The cheapest resale up in the nosebleeds is $450.
Okay, well, you wouldn't even be able to look.
Right.
Because you can't resell them, so you wouldn't get in.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking to yourself, listen, hey Jules, I've got $2,000 saying I want to get us. I want to get us the first 5 rows.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do that for that show.
See, I feel like,
and a lot of people are like, screw that, good, because I don't have $1,000 to spend for a concert. But if you do want to spend,
I know,
175 or 150 just to get into a joint,
I know,
then you should have that opportunity.
This is capitalism versus socialism.
It is.
But see, and I have enough expendable income that if I want to go to a concert, if I really want to go to a concert, I could afford to pay $200, right? But I like the idea of not having to pay that much, even if that means I get pinched out of the concert.
And that's the debate. I mean, imagine if it was like that for football games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine going to that Alabama-Texas game this past weekend and you couldn't resell your tickets.
Right.
You'd be sitting at home.
See, I don't think, how are they going to control it? Because, I mean, I know how they're going to control it. How does that help or hurt Ticketmaster? That hurts Ticketmaster, doesn't it? If they're negotiating on the price?
I don't think Ticketmaster cares because they negotiate the ticket price based on what it costs to get the band. Okay? So they go, okay, it's going to cost $1 million to get the Eagles. Okay, this is what we got to charge per ticket. They're going to make their money.
Okay.
If they have to charge a $200 ticket. I remember when Van Morrison played the BJCC Concert Hall. And because of what he demanded price-wise, and the concert hall holds 2,000 or 3,000 people, they had to sell tickets for $300 a piece. And it sold out. People were willing to see it because it was very intimate and it was a good show.
So that changes the... Oh, interesting. So what you're telling me is Queen is going to have to adjust what they're asking for. So Queen asks for $10 million. I
don't think it's going to matter because I think people will go see Queen anyway.
No, but what you're telling me is if Queen charges $5 million to play versus $1 million to play, face value of the ticket goes up.
I don't think it's going to matter because I think they'll pay whatever they ask. But if they're going through Live Nation or one of these bigger companies that do these concerts, they're going to have to find the right venues to put them in to fill enough seats in order to make their money back. That's why you don't see the Eagles playing something like or say work play.
Yeah.
But you will see Cowboy Mouth playing work play. If you go to workplay.com, I talked to Tommy Williams just the other day. Go to workplay.com. They've got all kinds of great shows down there. And I love Tommy and I love their entire crew. They do wonderful work down there. Cowboy Mouth's coming. They always have these interesting, eccentric shows that are just different. And all their ticket prices are usually around $25. So you don't have to pay, and there's plenty of room and it's very intimate.
I feel like there's I guess maybe there's not because here's the problem. People just keep paying. I was going to say, I feel like it's opening up a niche.
Yeah, like Teresa Ponder-Witt. She's probably wondering right now, do I have the kind of money to go see a show? Well, here's the question. If you have the money to go to the show, but you don't have time to get online, and I couldn't even tell you when the next show is. We used to have, when I did Classic Rock 99.5, we were on almost every single week going, this Friday morning, 10 o'clock, get your tickets for.
I did this.
I don't even know when tickets are available anymore for shows.
And everything gets, so like I was waiting to get tickets for Zach Bryan, who my daughter loves. And I'm in the queue.
Yeah.
Right? Which I'd never been in.
Explain to what people what the queue is.
I've never been in the queue. I'm not an old person. So the queue is, it's the equivalent of standing in line.
Yeah.
And you jump in, and there's X number of people in front of you, and you watch the number go down. And then when it's your turn, you're allowed to enter virtually into the stadium, if you will, and start picking your seats. The problem is, as you're picking, so are everybody else.
Yeah.
And so you're picking stuff's going away. Well, I got caught up in this, and I'm trying to text my daughter. What about this? Do we want to pay $150 for this? Want to pay for that? And all the tickets are going away.
Yeah.
And then 3/4 of the way through, before there was nothing, all of a sudden, boom! They've announced another night. We're moving you over to another queue. I'm sorry. You have an option to move to the other queue. And if you move to the other queue,
then you leave your spot there, and then you've already spent all the time out. Yeah.
No, it wasn't even the time. It was the most stressful thing. I was like, okay, if I leave the queue, then I go to the other queue, and there's more possibility. Yeah. And it's absolutely insane. But at the same time, you and I saying this, we are dating ourselves because this is how our kids navigate.
Oh, I know.
I've watched it. You get 5 different credit cards from 5 different people you know. Everybody's going into the queue. Everybody's texting each other. It is the equivalent of us sitting out there with the bracelets.
And that's what I'm saying for like a band like Queen, which is our generation.
Right.
If you have the disposable income, I don't know what disposable income is, but I could find if one of my favorite bands ever came to town and I had a chance to win, I'd be willing to spend $500 for a pair of tickets. Now,
for a pair or per ticket?
For a pair. I'd like to get in. I got a $250 limit on my tickets because anything over that is kind of like, okay, this is kind of ridiculous.
Yes.
So
that's interesting.
And I spent $300 on the Doobies. It was the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
But I was in the second row for a pair of tickets, and it was worth every dime I spent. It was fantastic.
So I still don't understand how they're going to control it. They're just going to prevent...
Like I said, you buy the tickets. They're on your phone.
Yeah.
You're going to need your phone to get your tickets at the venue. And then when you tap in, you're in. Come on in. It's not like you can walk back out. You can't. Right. They're non-transferable. They're non-resellable.
But explain to me, when I go into Ticketmaster or Live Nation or whatever, and I'm getting the tickets that have gone on sale, okay? Yeah. Those aren't resale tickets, right? When I'm just going in to the queue.
No, because you bought your tickets through Ticketmaster.
But they're a fortune. That part's not going to change, right?
If that's what the ticket price was for the show,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
$150, $200, $300, $400. So now, but that's a problem in and of itself, right? Forget the resale for a second.
And that's the capitalist part. As long as they know they can get that ticket price, and they know that.
Right. So this is what's interesting about Queen, and I've heard this. I think Taylor Swift's done this. I think Bruce Springsteen's done this, where they reserve essentially a block of low-cost tickets.
You're not going to keep people that aren't going to resell their tickets. You can sit there and reserve a part for our biggest fans. There's going to be people that get inside those sections that aren't fans that just want to resell their tickets.
No. But what I'm talking about.
And I like the idea. I don't have a problem with the resale market because I don't have time and I don't have 5 things and I don't want to get in the queue and that's not what I'm into. But I just want to go to a show and I have a little disposable income.
But we have a larger question. Our ticket price is way too high. Forget the resale part.
Evidently they're not. But
they're ridiculously high.
But you're paying for it.
I know. And I'm
I
pissed.
say that about college football. I took my son to a Florida game about 11 years ago when he was like 7 or 8 years old, and it was $75 for a pair of tickets. Got him through ATIX.
Yeah.
And I was like, $75. Like, well, it's a little pricey, but let's go $75 a piece. I'm sorry, it was $150. That was 10, 11 years ago. Good luck. I don't know what the resale value on the Texas Alabama tickets were, but they had to be
But that's
$300,
resale.
$400.
That's what I'm saying is we have a whole nother piece, which is the band.
They're going to continue to push the price on tickets.
The band is,
yes.
but it's the band that's pushing it.
No, the venue is. The band says, I want $1 million to play.
Okay.
You sell tickets for whatever you got to make your money. And in a lot of cases, a Live Nation or a venue will go, we can't afford you because we can't. For example, I was trying to get Loverboy to play down at Workplay. This was 10 years ago.
Okay.
And they wanted $75,000. And I was looking at actually funding the show myself through some investors.
Right.
But it was going to cost $125 a ticket to make any money on the show.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, is anyone going to pay $125
Right.
to see Loverboy? And the answer is no. And so I said, no, I can't do it.
So it's our fault.
So you either find a bigger venue,
Right.
or
So it's our fault.
in a way.
It's capitalism, right?
Yeah.
So forget all the resale piece.
Yeah.
It is capitalism. We are willing to pay. The price goes up. But this is why places like Ticketmaster, there's this whole sort of controversy because what they're saying is the band, if you're telling me this band says, pay me $1 million. Mm-hmm. And then the band also says, pay me $1 million and then do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which means pay me $1 million in order for Ticketmaster to make 20% profit. Maybe the tickets are $75. But if Ticketmaster wants to make 100% profit, they just jack the prices up, right?
Sure.
So,
But the band knows what the going price is. They're not going to give the venue or Live Nation a special cut. Now, Live Nation may get, listen, we're going to put you in 50 of our venues. Give us a price on 50 venues as opposed to 25 or 30 venues.
but they're still going to.
And you're getting your guaranteed money. So you
Does Live Nation have any incentive to keep ticket prices
no
reasonable? That's what I'm saying.
There's no reason.
Right. So this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's never going to go back down.
It's never going to go back down.
So the resale market.
Don't you remember when the Eagles first came to town? The ticket was $99.
I
People were like, I
know.
can't. People were like, the hell freeze is over.
I
had not spent $100 for
I
Eagles
went.
tickets. I went. It was the best ticket. I did too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't afford $100 a ticket. And I had shitty seats.
I know. I did too, and the acoustics suck.
I know. But I'd go again tonight for $300.
And I'm going to 2 country artists that I'm not even that interested in. I mean, I like them.
You are our disposable income. You're our capitalist. You're the man that keeps congratulations. You keep pushing the prices up for us. Thanks.
I mean, I know people on the Taylor Swift tickets that are like, and these are people who are not bazillionaires.
Yeah.
They are not. But they're dropping $400, and they got kids.
Well,
$300, $400.
They're not going on that weekend trip to the beach anymore either.
No. That's no, you're right. Well, no. You know where they're going? They're going to Nashville.
You want to go to spring break, or do you want to go to a Taylor Swift concert?
They're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
They're going to Georgia.
Yeah. Anyway, in a perfect world, everyone gets a chance to go see their favorite artist.
Don't you remember
and
the
they
good
do it
old
at a good
days?
price, but it just doesn't happen like that.
Do you realize that in the good old days, the most expensive thing was the merch?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because you had enough to get the ticket.
Do you remember how much a jersey was? $12.
Really? I felt like it was more.
$12.
Didn't it feel like more?
Back in the 80s, it was $12. $12 for a
Was
jersey.
that a lot, though,
I remember
right?
then it went to 17. I was like, and by the way, the merch that Taylor Swift sells, they got the Taylor Swift bags.
Oh, it's...
There was a dude at a concert I saw the other night. There was a dude at a concert the other night who was at a Taylor Swift concert, wasn't going to the show. He was out in the parking lot. People had their Taylor Swift bags. These are the plastic bags that says Taylor Swift on it,
Right.
New Era, whatever it was, the New Era Tour, whatever it's called, New Era. They threw their bags away. He was rooting through the trash and taking Taylor Swift bags out, reselling the bags for $50 a piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plastic Taylor Swift bags for $50 a piece with nothing inside. And people were paying it. Do you have a Taylor Swift bag? I didn't have enough for a t-shirt, but I'll take that $50
So
bag.
this is when we complain
I don't want to hear
that
it.
prices are too high about anything.
The only way we can end it is to stop going.
Right, but
so
this is...
to vote with your feet, and we're never going to do that. If somehow, and I'm using the Alabama-Texas game for an
Yeah.
example, because my son was like, can we go to the Alabama-Texas game?
You're
I said,
like,
no. I said, I'm not spending $1,000 for a pair of tickets to go to the Alabama-Texas game, particularly since it's on television and I can take a piss whenever I want. I mean, it's not going to happen. And I can eat a $2 hot dog instead of a $25 hot dog. Until, if everyone said, you know what? We're not going to the game. And everyone was on the same page.
Oh, this is so good.
And all of a sudden,
So
outside
good.
the season ticket holders, and that's the other scam, is
good.
the season ticket holders and the PSLs, the personal seat licenses. Oh,
What's that?
oh, you have to spend $30,000-$40,000 a year
like a country club?
just to get the chance to get the season ticket.
Yeah.
This is your personal seat. That was the biggest racket scam they ever came up with. It was a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea.
do it.
They're like, you're a season ticket holder. Okay, now it's going to cost you $3,000 a year to have the right to buy your season
get in.
ticket,
Yep.
which you already have, but you're going to have to spend this $3,000 for a personal seat license, which means that seat is yours. You have a personal license for that seat. It's the biggest racket that I've ever heard, and people pay it. So if you don't keep your PSL up, then your season tickets go away. It's unbelievable.
Is capital?
Man, where's the money coming from, man? As long as we
Well,
have the money to do it, it's
but
unbelievable.
I mean, well, you know, and the other thing that we end up doing is it's trade-off.
Yeah.
Right? We're putting on credit cards. We're racking up debt.
Oh, you know how many people probably paid $500 for Taylor Swift tickets, but it's going to end up costing them $10,000 because they're going to pay it off over 10 years.
It's like a mortgage. You remortgage your
Yeah, I'm
house.
paying $36 on that minimum
So that's
payment
really
due.
interesting. You know, again, she hasn't said anything that I know of. See, if you're an artist, I feel like particularly this big, you could make such a great statement if it's possible about doing X number of concerts. Not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
This concert, I thought she did that. Or Bruce Springsteen did it. It's only face value. Oh, but face value doesn't work if Ticketmaster's jacking it up.
But you could do that. But then for a fan like you or someone else who's a big Taylor Swift fan, maybe it's their hometown. They can't travel to Nashville, Atlanta. I really wanted to go to the show, but now I can't get tickets
But I
because
could.
you won't allow me to spend more than face value on them.
No. But I still have the same chance as everyone else. See, this is it.
If you're in the queue and you have 3
Yes.
hours on a Thursday night to sit in front of your
this
phone.
is how we did it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we could go to Scalpers. But we didn't have any money to go to Scalpers.
Yeah, we didn't even have resale. We just had to do
We
it.
had resale.
We had to do it in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always felt so nervous about that at concert. Hey, I got two.
I know. Were you afraid to get busted?
Yeah.
Just walking around.
I got two.
No, I'm just saying peace. As soon as the cops came, you put
Well,
them in.
I had friends who'd be like, hey, we'll just go down there.
Yeah.
We'll just pick them up down there. I'm like, well,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get all
but-
it. Now you can't do that anymore
no.
because they're not available. All right, a great show. We're not going to be on Fox 6 this morning, but please watch them. Good Day Extra. They do wonderful work. We'll be back again. You're not going to be here next Thursday. You'll be on the next 2 Thursdays or just 1 Thursday?
Next two.
You'll be back in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we did 2
I'll be
weeks.
back in 2 weeks.
Thanks for watching, and check out all of our shows on the TKR app, Tony Curry Radio TKR app for all the shows. And, of course, wherever you get your favorite podcast, you can find us. Tony Curry Radio Podcast. That's Curry with a K, K-U-R-R-E. Tony Curry Radio Podcast. Check out all of our shows, including this knucklehead here and myself.
No
from Fox
spiders
6.
today.
No spiders.
Go
today.
look on our Facebook account. That was one of the best segments we've ever.
It really was funny. Last week's show was hilarious. Love you. Bless you.
This has been a special presentation of Tony Curry Radio.